Are you ready?
I guess so.
Are you ready? You sure? You're being videoed now anyway, so I tricked you into it.
Alright. 6-1 Alpha Kilo, my Bearhawk. It's plans number 460.
Who are you?
Dan Shilling.
Well, there you go.
Scratch built Bearhawk. Few divergences from the plans. One is the tail wheel. You can see it's a Cessna 180 tail wheel, and I built the whole Stinger assembly. And Bob kind of helped me out as far as Bob Barrows, the designer, helped me out as far as if it would work, and he thought it would. He put the Stinger on the Patrol. You can see the big clam shell doors that make the Bearhawk really unique and great access. Big giant cargo area. I put a cargo tube in as well. That's one thing that's not necessarily on the plans, but a lot of guys are doing that.
Let's take a look at the cargo tube here real quick before you close them doors up, just so people know what you're talking about. Some guys may not even know what a cargo tube is.
You just stick your
Oh, look at this. Man, you could get a family of 8 back here. There it is. Cargo tube, and it goes way the heck back in there. Perfect for fishing rods and whatever else you got going on. Thanks.
I got my panel just done just the other day.
You had a beautiful job, I might add. It looks great. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Another move from the plans is that I don't have the Bearhawk hump in here. I have a skylight. It's just straight across. The wings are just flat all the way across. So by doing that, I had to change the trim. Instead of the Cessna trim wheel, I put a lever in here similar to what is done on the Patrol.
There it is.
Yeah. Seat belts are my own.
If I can see this here with my video. There we go. Now I got it. Yeah, there's a little close-up of that.
I snagged the seat belts out of a Jeep, and because what are these things called? The inertia reels.
Inertia reels, yep.
They have these covers over them. All of the other cars, the inertia reels are inside panels, and they're big ugly things. But the Jeeps, they have these nice cool plastic covers. So I built the seat belts, had a lady from my church sew them all up for me. She did a great job with that.
And these things here, these pass-throughs, you had those made, or you made those?
No, I made those myself.
Right.
I just made a copy of, I just drew a pattern from something that I saw down at Stoddard's. Yeah. Let's see. Subaru Engine, we've seen that before. It's an EG33, 230 horsepower in the car. What's really cool is we got a heater core here that supplies good heat for the interior. An auto flight gearbox, redrive, PSRU, whatever you want to call it. About a 2-to-1 reduction. Going to have an Ivo electric, in-flight electric adjustable prop. 3-blade. It's a Magnum paddle.
Of course. Would there be anything else? Yeah, this, I'm sure with this grainy YouTube video, it's probably not going to do it justice, but this whole thing is just great. You ought to see it in person. Pretty amazing.
I'm getting ready to install the windshield. It's already fitted. The skylight is already fitted, so it's just a matter of throwing it on, but I'm just about to that point now.
Yeah, and that's down here.
Yep,
Already took a look at that earlier.
Cowling, all the cowling, everything is painted and ready to go.
Yep.
There are all the pieces. Doors, wings are underneath the plastic there.
There's the top cowl. Some more trim parts, wing tips. Wings are hiding there. Oh, I want you to take out those, what are those Piper cuffs that you had? Show them that.
Oh.
I thought that was a really cool idea.
Okay. These are the cuffs from a Super Cub, I'm pretty sure, and we use those, and they fit around the windshield and the leading edge of the wings, and with very, very little modification, I made these work just great.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. pretty nifty. Well, very neat. This has been a really cool deal here. I've known Dan here for a few years, and I saw this thing right when it was in its bones, and when the wings were just little chunks of aluminum being built in this very garage. It was very neat. So
I have over 3,100 hours now over the course of 7+ years.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like being married, isn't it, Dan? Anyway, you got to see this panel. This panel's pretty cool.
It doesn't talk back to you.
Yeah, exactly. It will when it's flying. So tell us about the color coding that you have on these switches here.
It's just regular old electrical heat shrink. I did 4 different colors. I did get red for anything that was a master or battery switch, blue for fuel, yellow for lights, and then I also have an ignition switch which is green.
Yep. You can see it's all there. I went ahead and did a little zoom of the panel. It even has a transponder. Dan is just, he's part of the 21st century. You got that, that's electrics for the engine, correct?
That's the yeah, ECU ignition.
Yep. That's mounted under here, so you can tell. And let's see, we got some other stuff here too. Nice little pedals. See, you got the little anti-skid on the tops there.
Yeah,
that's kind of a neat little deal. You can see that. That's the electrical bus.
Says.
The what?
Bus is.
Bus is. Yeah, that's right. You got the short bus and the long bus, right? Yep. And we got Grove wheels and brakes.
That's correct.
There. Get that all mounted up. And I thought this was pretty cool. Got to take a little close up of this. These headers are ceramic coated. They look like aluminum, but they're not. It's ceramic coating. But the cool deal here is this oil filter adapter, which I thought was really sweet.
To make a remote oil filter.
That's right, yeah. And then to change the oil filter, all you have to do is come up here to the firewall and screw the canister just like you would in a Subaru, I guess, and do that. So, and that's the overfilled tank for the radiator, and custom-made radiator. Who made the radiator for you? Who is that? I forgot.
Mac radiators. I think they're in Oregon.
Okay. Yep. Very cool.
That's it.
That's it. Bearhawk Bill.
Yeah.
Catch the fever, right?
3,100 hours reduced into 5 minutes.
That's right. Going down the fuselage here. We'll get another view on the other side here. And that's it. And it took shape right here in this very garage. Okay, Dan. Oh, wait, we can see a little bit of the wings here. Oops, I forgot I can't tilt the camera. It makes people sick. I did that before in something else. Oh, and then here's a detail on the wingtip. That was kind of neat. He's got the nav lights built in.
A la Russ Herb.
A la Russ Herb. And then there's a little strobe on the outside there. So.
Yeah, the strobe I packaged up myself. I got the covers. Oh shoot, I can't remember now from whom. But I got automotive cop car strobe lights and power pack, and so it was way cheaper than going with an aviation brand that
some
I won't
Whelen
mention.
strobes, yeah. Yeah. And if you ever doubt Dan's pedigree, now you would think that would say "so weirdo," but it doesn't. It's actually sourdough, and if you've been in Alaska, you know what a sourdough is. And Dan is a sourdough, I'll tell you that. Now, he qualifies. He goes out and hunts moose and kills moose. Not as good as moose hunter as Sarah Palin, maybe, but at least he'll have an airplane that's better than hers. So anyway, thanks, Dan. Thanks for the tour, and I'm sure the folks there in Bearhawkville will thank you also. So,
My pleasure.
signing off.